Bang. There we go.
What's up?
All right, we are here on Tell It. So I'm gonna just wait for a little more people to come on in. But for those who are coming in, we are live on YouTube and we are live on Facebook. So I hope I got connected to the Facebook one because we live on both. So let me check this out because I got it on YouTube too.
All right.
Yep. So we are good to go, man. Good to go. How you feeling?
Man, brother, I'm here, man. I'm tired, but old man like myself, go to work. You get up there in age, and you gotta get that rest. And I said, man, let me get on up for before I be in the bed knocked out. But no, I'm good, man. I'm blessed, man, and glad I'm able to do this with you this evening, man.
I appreciate you for coming on, man. So what we gonna do real quick? First, we just want to welcome everybody for joining us for the season finale of Pillars of Bloomington. So I have another pillar here, and he's been putting in some major work. And stick around so you can hear his amazing story. Also, you need to stick around because we have some free giveaways, and what we like to do here on Tell It, we have a business highlight, and I have a business highlight sitting right next to me. This cup here that was made for me is by M&M Creations. So if you need anything customly made, whether it be a cup, a t-shirt, or stickers, go ahead to M&M Creations. I'm gonna go ahead. You can check out their Facebook and Instagram page right here. Go to Facebook on M&M Creations. Also on their IG, you have M_and_. That's not supposed to be a V, but that's supposed to be a C. Creations. Big fingers kind of do typos. That's what happens in these types of things. So go ahead and check that out on their Facebook and their Instagram. They made this right here. So shout out. A lot of people saying they can't see, so let me just check out real quick. Let me see, get people seeing. Hold on. I think I know what's going on right now. Let's go edit the privacy. Oh, that's why, because I added the YouTube. All right. So now people can see. Let me do this again. All right. Let me say welcome. All right. To Tell It. And I hope you guys can see now because the privacy and all that stuff forgot to set up. I put it on YouTube. We are live on YouTube as well. All right. Thank you, wife, for letting me know. See, our wives help us out. Brother Hursey. They do. But let me do this again. Welcome everybody to Tell It. This is the season finale of Pillars of Bloomington, and I have a great pillar sitting right next to me in Dre Hursey. But before we go any further, let me do this again because I had to add the privacy settings on. Look here, y'all. See what I got? This is an official Tell It cup that will be sitting next to me. Put this position back right. All of our shows, and this is done by none other than M&M Creations. So you can check them out on their Facebook page, M&M Creations, or you can check them out on their IG page, M_and_creation. That's supposed to be a C, not a V. Like I said, fat fingers, typo. But M_and_creations. Check them out on Facebook. They customize everything from cups to shirts, to stickers. So if you have a customized shirt that you want, and you know that Valentine's Day is coming up, so if you are looking to do something for your significant other, go ahead and hit them up, and you can get something done. And so you won't look crazy on Valentine's Day because you didn't do nothing. So go ahead and hit them up. All right, now we got our business highlight out the way. Mr. Dre Hursey, Mr. Jule Foundation himself. Your name precedes you, and I was having, like I do with all guests, I have prep time with them, and I told him that even though I haven't talked to him a lot, but I knew about him from his work, from his foundation, from what other people have said. I just found out tonight that my wife had told me that you were the one that bringing all these artists out, like Carl Thomas, the black violinist, and I was dating her at the time Carl Thomas came out, and she said she was going to the concert, and lo and behold, I just found out today you were the man that was throwing all those events, man. So Yeah.
Let
Your
me
name is out
correct
there.
real quick. Not the black violinist, but a young brother by the name of Lee England Jr., who was hand selected by Michael Jordan.
Wow.
And done some work with Quincy Jones, man. He bad boy, personal friend of mine now. So real good dude. Yeah, but your wife is right. I was one that was trying to bring some good entertainment to Bloomington Normal, man. So
Wow. Look at that. Your name is out there. So I'm just telling you. So before we get into all that, all right, now I told you before we got on, I got some stuff that's planned, and I got some stuff that is not planned. Kind of, well, what I mean by not planned is I didn't tell you last night.
okay.
So what we do here is called rapid fire questions. All right, and this is just to get a chance for people to get a chance to know you, to know a little bit about Dre Hursey. Not really outside of Jule Foundation, but just the light-sided part of them. You know, which kind of what you're interested in. So I'm gonna ask these questions, and you just say the first thing that's gonna come to mind. You ready?
I'm ready when you are.
All right, let's do it. Rapid fire questions. Here we come. All right, we have 10 questions. Here we go. Basketball or football?
Man, here you go. Well, I played both in high school, man.
Oh man, I stumped an athlete. He's an
Yeah,
athlete, so
you
he
really
know.
did, man. But I'm gonna go with football, man.
All right, go ahead with football. All right, well, I heard you're the baller too, so
Yeah, a little bit of both.
okay. All right, chicken or steak?
Come on, man. Steak.
Oh.
Steak when I can afford it.
I don't know. Thought you might have said chicken breast or something.
Yeah,
All right. Michael Jackson or Prince? Where are you going?
Oh,
Icons. I'm sorry, man.
So man, give me Prince.
Oh, Prince.
Yeah.
All right. I was just watching videos of Michael Jackson having this crowd fainting on it. All right. Thanksgiving or Christmas?
Oh man, Christmas because my birthday 2 days before. So yeah.
Oh, okay. How does that work? Like birthday being 2 days
Well,
before
as
Christmas?
a kid, my mother used to combine them gifts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, it was okay. You know, she had to do what she had to do, and so I was okay with it. But now we definitely make sure they're separate. So birthday, they get the gifts on birthday. Then I don't ask for too much, man. The wife will bless me, you know. So I'm good. Yeah.
Okay. Are you a night owl or are you an early riser?
Definitely not a night owl.
He said, I'm sleepy now.
Right,
it's only 8:40.
I told you that. I said, man, let me get on up for I'll be in this bed asleep. But early riser, and that's just because of my line of work. So I have to be up early. So yeah, early riser.
And is your body already adjusted to that? So even when you don't.
Oh yeah, man, it's been over 20 years. My body didn't have to. I had to get up at 6 or 7 in the morning. Well, 5 or 6 in the morning to get to work by a certain time. Yeah.
Look, Audrey, they know early. They already know you. All right. So if you had a superpower, would you be a time traveler or invisibility?
Oh man, invisibility.
All right. Yeah, I failed you on that one. Yeah, I failed you on that one. Definitely. All right. Are you a sneakerhead or do you like cars?
Oh man, you need to ask the audience. I like both. I love sneakers, shoes, casual shoes, dress shoes, running shoes. But I like my cars though. I mean,
okay.
You know, as a kid, as growing up, I've always loved and enjoyed cars. So I done had some of the nicest vehicles. I can honestly say I've been blessed when it comes to cars. So
who is Audrey to you? Because they know everything about you, man.
Yeah, that's my sister, man. That's
right.
Shout out. She in Dallas, Texas, man.
Yeah, she answering all the questions.
Yeah, right. That's us, man. So
all right. Shout out to Dre Hursey. All right. Hip hop or R&B?
Well, it depends on the mood. Man, you know what you shouldn't ask difficult questions
I'm
like
getting
that.
you, man. Bang.
So as I get older, I'm getting a little bit older in age, and I think R&B, some real soft, mellow, chill out. But I will throw some hip hop on in a minute, though. So
okay, all right. Here it is. Last question, and this question has stumped humanity since time began. Are you ready for this one?
No, not really, but come on.
Yeah, you are. Grits with sugar or with salt?
Oh, bro, sugar.
Yes,
Who eats grits
yes.
with salt?
Lynette, you hear that? He said sugar.
Tell her sugar and some butter. I'm good.
Sugar, butter.
And it
Look,
needs to be a little runny though. I don't like them all thick, man. I like a little bit of runny.
yeah. Oh, you like them running a little
Yeah,
bit?
little bit. Not no thick grits, man. So,
Oh man. Okay, yeah, we going. But I always try telling that.
tell her that. Where's she from?
She from Chicago. She from the West Side.
Oh, I see why they like.
Yeah, I know. She don't know no better. Look.
Nice sugar.
Sugar. All right. Listen, you do this. You put some sugar, butter, some eggs, and cheese, and mix it together. Ooh,
I'm gonna have to remember that.
I'm telling you.
I'm missing is the eggs, really.
Yeah, scramble the eggs, put it in there. Oh, look at. Oh, Howard, you do sugar and butter too? Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. There it is, Howard. That's what's up.
I know. See, you know everybody. Everybody's gonna pop up on this thing. You're gonna know them already, man. So that's our rapid fire questions, you know, and I'm gonna keep doing this because look, I'm just hitting people in the gut. But I thought you was gonna wrestle with that last one because you know.
No. Sure.
All right. Well, listen, man, we're not gonna hold you too much longer because you're already sleepy. So since you already go to bed, yes, Howard, eggs. You definitely need to put eggs in those grits. All right. So, y'all, this is Mr. Jule Foundation himself. He has helped countless of youth. He's been in this game for years. Even before the Jule Foundation, he has been a part of his community. He is born and raised right here in Bloomington, and I did not know that. All right, I definitely thought he was gonna say Peoria or something like that, but I'm not going to tell his story, but I will get him started on this first question: is what was life before Jule Foundation? You know, growing up as a kid, what were you doing at the time?
Well, let me, if you don't mind me doing something, man. I just want to give a couple shout outs, man. I have
no problem.
So just wanted first and foremost, God for the vision and the purpose, man. I gotta always give props to where I grew up at here in Bloomington Normal, so I have to give props to Woodhill Housing Projects, man, because that's where a lot of it started. I got to give a shout out to my mother and my father, who was deceased, but my mother really planted some seeds, man. Definitely the beautiful wife that's upstairs on live. My daughter, I got 2 boys probably on watching right now. My daughter Amaya, my boys Eris and Cameron. Eris is in Atlanta, Georgia, and Cameron's in Houston, Texas. So I'm gonna try to get through this real quick. My board. I'm gonna give some shout outs to my board for other Jule Foundation, Aaron Egbers with commercial packaging, Michael Harris, State Farm, Vicky and Dr. Francis E. Hejerica with the PASS program in Champaign, my staff. And I do this because Jule wouldn't be even exist if I didn't have these great people in place. So I just have to acknowledge them first and foremost. Reverend Pastor Frank McSwain, everybody's familiar with him, man. He was very instrumental in having these conversations when I started it. My staff again: Leroy, Courtney, Marlon, Creighton, Leilani. The parents of the foundation, that's important. My youth foundation. Some great partnerships, man. Eastview, Usher's New Look National Youth Program, ISU's tutoring program, America Reads, Sylvan Learning Center, the 100 Black Men of Central Illinois, Roy at the Castle Theater, Steve Harvey's virtual mentoring program for the youth, the local chapters here, the Zetas, AKAs, Deltas, man, the local Pantograph, some mentors that I had, some people that invest and I have, probably weekly conversations with Willie Brown. Willie Brown is a name, Ron Fluker, who's a relative, a mentor of mine, Brent Manson, who was passed a few years ago, Dodie Dunson, Adrian Cooper, James Shaw, just to name a few, man. And then City of Bloomington, the city manager, Tim Gleason, assistant city manager, Tyus, man. So, and anyone else that has supported or volunteered along the way, man. I really appreciate that. So
wow, yeah, my wife just put the village is strong. That's
man,
a strong village right there.
right.
So shout out to everybody who had their hand.
So could you repeat your question, please?
I knew that was coming up. So tell me a little about childhood life. What was that like? You did shout out Woodhill, and then your sister came right behind you, and Kendall came up right behind you saying Woodhill. Man. So
that's where it started at, bro. Just a kid in the projects, man. My mother, and my sister. My dad was around for a little bit, but eventually that my mom and dad, separated, divorced. Yeah, man, it started in Woodhill housing projects, man. As a kid, you kind of knew everybody. Like I told you the other day, everybody that lived there at the time, I knew first and last names. We knew the families, man. Small world, man. And it started there in Woodhill. So
right in Woodhill.
That's where it started at.
Do you think that what you had or what you went through in your childhood contributed to what you're doing right now?
Absolutely. My mother planted that seed early. Mm-hmm. Thank God for her. I used to watch her in the projects, man, and she would work with a lot of single mothers, a lot of the youth. Mm-hmm. And like I told you the other day, man, I think we're probably about a few families that lived there. My mother had a garden. We had a patio.
Wow.
You never really see that growing up in the projects. But what my mother used to do, and I remember this like it was yesterday, she would go out on the east side of town and go group selling, garage. Mm-hmm. So some of the stuff that these folks didn't want, I remember her bringing in a fireplace, man, a heated fireplace. Mm. And she would sit it on the top of the steps right where we lived, and she would be out. It was red when she bought it, but by the time she was done, it was white with gold stripes in it, man, and she would put it in the living room. And I just remember the pantograph coming and interviewing my mother regarding her place in the projects, man, and she was all in the pantograph, and they just giving her many props for the way we were living. She called it the castle on the hill. And one day she said her dream one day was to own her own home, and that dream came true. So it started right there with my mom and the work that she was doing in the projects with other families, man. And lo and behold, to me, I mean, unbeknownst to me, I sat around and watched her kids would come around and she would have them planting flowers and things of that nature. And I told you, I said, man, Mom, why are you doing that? Why you give these kids money? You need to get after us. And now look at me. Get a little emotional already, bro. Because when I look back over that part of my life, not knowing what I would be doing or how I would be serving, it's truly a blessing, man. It's truly a blessing. So,
man, shout out to Mom. I think
absolutely.
Yeah, I think and parents are. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm just saying, and the rest of the single mothers, that was there because you watched them and you kind of looked up to them as well. They were like mothers too, So I mean, I think we get away from a lot of that. A lot of these youth being able to, we was very respectful then for the most part. I mean, I would get in trouble because my mouth was a little rough around the edges. But and even the parents then was able to get at you, whoop you, and tell you, hey, I whooped your child, and send you around the corner. Their mama waiting outside with a stitching cord or a switch or something to get in that butt, man. So I think, but that was the way we grew up. And I was grateful for that. So,
wow, yeah, that's amazing. I was gonna say that, parents are so instrumental in their kids' life, and whether they are trying to do that, or indirectly, they influence their kids. And then, as you were saying, you watching your mom and how she looked out for the neighborhood, and just the story with bringing the heater out in Castle on the Hill, and every kid is able to come over and I'm pretty sure they just know that house. That was probably a safe haven for them.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. I remember my dad cooking breakfast. And they come in, and we love pancakes, man. And my dad made some of the fire pancakes. Oh, they was dope. Man, kids would just be lined up, man. And it was amazing because you wouldn't know back then. I mean, you could kind of tell once they came over and they asked for a couple more pancakes. So you kind of knew what kids was eating at home, and you kind of knew the kids that wasn't eating at home, man.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So I thank God for, you know, having the parents that I had, man. So,
man, that's a blessing, man, because, you know, a lot of people don't get a chance to see that and instill that community heart. Because, you know, sometimes, I mean, it's a blessing that you grabbed onto it, because sometimes kids like, man, you know, why all these kids here? But it's like, wow, like you watching them and just seeing your mom reach out and have your, you know, dad making breakfast and kids finally get a chance to eat. I mean, that just does something to you. And I understand why you're going to get emotional, because like my mom used to have people come over and they always used to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? I never knew why as a kid, like everybody want to come over and talk to Joyce. You know, shout out to Joyce Meyer. She's not on Facebook, but somebody watching. You know? But everybody wanted to talk to Mama Joyce. So she was everybody's mama. So I definitely understand when you say that. So you mentioned you were an athlete, right? And so you do work with youth, but you mentioned you were an athlete yourself. So what was high school Dre in the sports? What was that like?
Oh man,
we got to bring it up.
Now you got me reminiscing, man. And I really don't talk about it that much, but I will share with you. As a freshman coming into high school, I looked up to a couple of fellas. Getting emotional again because Ron Curry, he's no longer with us today. But he was one that I watched, man. They used to come and watch me in 8th grade, and I always wanted to play with them as freshmen, man. And I knew I had the skills and ability to perform at that level. And luckily for me, I had a coach named Lauren Wallace, who was about as real as they get, and gave me an opportunity, man. He was like, hey, you got the athletic ability to play at this level. Man, as a freshman, I was playing with the varsity. You know? And so that was something that I wanted to do. And I knew, and I would challenge them cats like I was a freshman, they were juniors and seniors. I'm coming in, man, just because I'm a freshman don't mean you're going to punk me up. You're going to do me. I'm coming here trying to represent and do y'all. So, and that was just it, you know. And I think growing up in the projects, you know, that was instilled in me because I played with a lot of older brothers, man. And so I was just getting myself kind of ready and motivated. Play with them guys, man, and it worked out for me, man. I kind of showed out. And as a freshman, my football team, man, we were undefeated. We didn't even get scored on, so we would score like 300 some points. Opponents didn't even score.
Nah,
yeah, bro.
Playing?
Oh, you played the Decatur schools. You played Danville. You played Community. You played West wasn't around.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, we was undefeated, man. And then my sophomore year, we went 8-1 in football. Basketball, I still was playing varsity. So I really never got a lot of time to play with the kids at my level. So as a freshman, I always moved up. As a sophomore, I never really played with the sophomore because I was playing starting varsity. So I never really got to play with the kids that were my age.
You're too beastly.
It was a heck of an experience for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I got an opportunity as a freshman to travel to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania with Lauren Wallace, which was a basketball camp. Now they have all these AAUs, but we had 5-star basketball camp. And I got an opportunity to play with, now I'm sharing this because a lot of people don't know this, Nate Tiny Archibald, Ramil Robinson, Travis Best, just to name a few, man. So, you know, I mean, those names ring a bell. Like Travis Best played at Georgia Tech. Then he went on to play at the Pacers. Nate Tiny Archibald, you know, he's been an all-star, been in the game for quite some time, man. I don't even know if he's still around this neck of the woods, but Ramil Robinson played at the University of Michigan. So these were guys that, you know, I had an opportunity to get that good experience and exposure at an early age when it came to sports. So,
man, that's big. So you never got a chance to play with your class because you just killing it, right? So you never got a chance.
Look more talented than my class.
But I've seen a couple of comments on here. People are recognizing your emotion and they recognize that this is a calling. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like, you know, God had called you to this and gave you this before you even, you know, really realize it? Or how do you feel about this?
Absolutely. Me just watching my mother. So that was a part of the process. Because again, I stated I was an athlete. So it was easy for me to go right around the corner of the brick walls where I stayed at, and we had a little basketball court, and we, guys, we played tackle football out there in Wood Hill. You got 10 guys or whatever, you're gonna play some football, you can go down the court and play basketball. But I just remember God keeping me still, and guys were down there hooping and playing football, but I just was watching my mother. Not even knowing why. I think it was more to complain about a lot of it, just because she would give out money, man. They were not a lot of money, because back then, I'm really showing my age, but 50 cents, $1 would get you a honey bun and a Pepsi.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I would watch her do that, and sometimes it was frustrating, man. Like, why are you giving them money? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But then I look at myself now. I mean, that's part of some of the things that we do within the Jule Foundation. We have a Black History. It's Black History Month, so we have Black History questions and answers. So when these kids answer the right questions, they get more than $1. You know, we give out $5. Some kids walk away sometimes with $100, $150.
Man.
So the same things my mother was teaching, and me watching, and God keeping me still at that time, man, I'm doing it now. So with the kids and the youth and the community, man. So it was truly a blessing.
So with you being an athlete and you having countless of opportunities, obviously, to be, I guess, rubbing elbows with the people that you named, was there any scholarships involved, or was college a thing?
Man, there was plenty of scholarships involved. Just me taking on the responsibility and doing what I needed to do to accept them. And I had recruits from University of Hawaii. My head basketball coach in high school, Lauren Wallace, his brother was the head coach at the University of Hawaii. I was recruited by the University of Nebraska. Unfortunately for ISU, they didn't put in no work. I don't know, and you know, when I was growing up, ISU wasn't big on really recruiting within Bloomington Normal area. But I was getting, I used to get shoe boxes of letters a week, and I would bring home and share with my guys, man. I was even getting, believe it or not, I got recruited to the University of Texas Southern, which is a HBCU. I didn't know nothing about historical Black colleges and universities, because no one really talked to us about that, you know, growing up. It was always Big Ten schools, Duke, Michigan, you know, Kentucky. So, you know, that was like, man, somewhere where I probably would have tried to play. But I wish I would have had more people influencing me and encouraging me to maybe go to HBCU and perform there. So,
wow, man, and I think that's a blessing, because you working with you and you see what's possible, right? Absolutely. And within what's possible, you also know the work that has to be done to get to those places. So, do you ever have these tough conversations with your youth that want to be athletes or are athletes, and have those type of goals in mind?
I don't know, absolutely, I do. But sometimes it's like beating yourself over the head, you know, and sometimes you need to hear from somebody else. So one of the things that I've been able to do, like you mentioned earlier, with me bringing in different people, Carl Thomas, I continue to utilize those resources. So, and I got a little bro in Chicago, Illinois, who is now in LA. He was a PD, and he's a PD in Chicago, but Al May. He'll do security for the NBA Combine. So here's an opportunity for him to connect with some people, man, and he loves what I'm doing back home. He always gives props back at the crib. And I had an opportunity to bring Jimmy King, play at the University of Michigan, Fab Five. So here's an opportunity for these kids to come in and really hear from somebody that's been all the way to the NBA and what it takes. And he didn't stay in the league too long, but here she goes.
Your sister want to know.
But you know what? And to her point, but Jimmy King, I had him here. I've actually brought my niece here from the University of Oregon, Alasia Johnson, who holds the 100-meter record holder at University of Oregon, who was actually, as a freshman, made the Olympic trials and trying out, practicing and doing her thing for training right now for the Olympics. Her guy at the time, his name is James Brooks. He was a running back, so he was here. So I had a panel of those two, Marcus Brooks, and then Malika Shelvin.
Okay.
She's at the University of Tuskegee. You know, Marcus is just now. Well, he finished up about a year ago at the University of Jackson State. So
that's what's up.
Yeah, I try to bring other people in to share their stories, whether it's you know, from an academic standpoint or whether it's from an athletic standpoint. But these kids need to hear more than just me. You know, that's like me telling my son something over and over and over, or my daughter, and then you tell somebody else yourself that they don't know, come in and share this. Then it resonates. It's like, man, I've been telling you that for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? But
that's how it works.
Yeah, so that's why I try to bring in other influences. So these kids can see somebody else besides me and the one and everybody else that they see all the time. So
that's what's up. So listen, I want to let's rewind just a little bit, right? Because we know what you did for the Jule Foundation, but they're always more than a Jule Foundation. So what were you doing before Jule Foundation? I mean, you're already in the community, and again, like I said, we have prep nights, so. Like, I try to hold myself back to get into the good stuff because I kind of want to do this, but I just got to get here. Take us through your journey, all right, from, you know, before Jule Foundation, you know, in the community, and then to that point. Like, what were some of the struggles that you have to encounter?
You know what? So, like I said earlier, I am an employee at the city of Bloomington.
Okay.
I'm there now for over 20-something years. And one of the struggles, man, was, I'm just gonna be honest with you, and you say tell it, I gotta tell it.
You gotta tell it. That's what it's about.
So I think one of the struggles was just being an African American young man working there. And when you don't have supervisors or people in place that look like you, I think a lot of folks can relate. You know, I show up for work, you do what you're supposed to do. And it was a struggle, man. It was very frustrating because the line of work is totally different than what we do now. A lot of guys do. I mean, I literally was on the back of a garbage truck. And now you're talking about an athlete that had the capabilities of probably going to D1 or whatever to play basketball on a scholarship free ride. But here I am working for the city of Bloomington, which not taking anything away from that because it's definitely a great job to have. Absolutely. But those struggles, man. And one thing that I always said once, I said, what's for me is going to be for me. God kept me there for a reason. It molded me. You know, it taught me a sense of responsibility, dedication, being determined, even through all the obstacles that I had to endure at the time. It was times I was so frustrated, man. I cried because you watch other folks be put in positions and you work there 3, 4, 5 seasons. Whether it's 0 below, like now, for an example, right now, back in the day, I would be on the back of a garbage truck throwing track, me, another guy, and a driver. You work your tail off to it's like we have to prove ourselves, like, and I've heard this even before my time, you have to prove yourselves 3 or 4 times much more than your count. And that was so frustrating for me. It was hurtful. Even when I think about it, it was a shame. And I'm sitting there wondering, like, damn, you know, when my time gonna come? But I serve a God, and I'm faithful, and He blessed me, man. He blessed me. And so what I do now, I advocate for anybody that look like me coming through there. I got a now. I served my time, and I don't have a problem approaching. The brothers coming through that door, needing an opportunity to make some decent money, to earn a decent living. Oh man, I go above and beyond. I ain't afraid to talk. I ain't afraid to speak up. It is what it is. You know, I sit at the table with all the city manager, assistant city manager, HR directors, whoever I need to sit with, because they deserve an opportunity just like the rest of them. And I ain't asking you to give nobody. We gonna earn what's for us. You know what I'm saying? We earn that. I'm not gonna go up there and speak for nobody that I don't feel like been in the position and earn the right to be down here. And when you look around, I mean, you got guys, man, may not even have a high school diploma, making $25, $35 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't taking nothing from them. but don't look to the wayside when when it's your own people, you know.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I always I made that to God. I said, man, once you bless me and get me through these doors, I'm gonna continue to bless those that come behind me. I'm gonna be that voice. And it's funny because a couple of brothers down there be like, here come Martin Luther King, here come Malcolm X. Yeah, you're right. This Black History Month, I'm all that. And sit back and watch and learn a little something. You know what I'm saying? So then that's how I look at it, man. And I thank God for what He's doing in my life, what He's done, trials and tribulations and all of it. But you know, I'm definitely going to advocate for folks that need an opportunity, man. And I do it, bro, and I'm proud of it.
You should be.
I don't look back. I ain't have no regrets when it comes to it because these young brothers and some of my age. And don't get me wrong, we all go through what we go through. Some of us might have priors, some of us might have backgrounds, but I've seen where other folks come through there with backgrounds and everything, but it's they get you straight through the door. So, okay, well, you do that, and I'm gonna try to do the same. So it's just me, just really trying to give back and show the love. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I continue to do that.
Powerful, man. That's definitely powerful that you have. It's definitely hard because sometimes when people get the type of clout that you have, right, and the opportunities to bless other people, sometimes that can go to their head, and they can tell the next person, well, you need to work just like I did before you get here, and not thinking that once you give somebody else an opportunity, like you're there to, like you said, to open those doors for people who otherwise wouldn't have something like that, wouldn't be able to make 25 an hour, wouldn't be able to provide for their families and their kids and get them active in certain things. And so, man, that's major. Like you're helping and healing and even breaking chains in families, you know what I'm saying? Because growing up, a lot of our parents weren't making no 25 an hour. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I remember my mom, she used to cut holes in her shoes because, you know, shoes was a little small when she go to work, wake up at the crack of dawn. And I would get teased because she'll come up to the school and, you know, she tired, she's sleepy, got the holes cut in the shoes, but she, you know, working for $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, it's only right that you just go ahead and honor that and do the absolute best that you can to live like that and to bless other people. I don't want to make you cry again, but I guess I'm about to again. But man, it's powerful because people.
Anybody that know me, you know, this is what you get. You know. And this who God made me to be. So
absolutely.
I'm happy. Hey, I'm comfortable with myself.
Yeah.
You know
it's all good. It's funny because I heard that before. I was like, okay, well, let's see, and immediately in. But it's powerful. Being people are really right now being encouraged. I'm looking at the comments, man, and just. There's nothing but love for you, man. And
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and it's crazy, but I'm about to make you cry again. So the passion that you have for your kids. Right? Why don't you just kind of? All right, it's a twofold question. The passion you have for your kids, how do you see that unfold for them in your dealings with them? And the number two question: how have you been blessed by the way people see you handle your kids, man, and love you that you have for them? So
you kind of broke up on your first question. So you want to run that back by me?
Yeah. So how does your passion and your love for your children, how does that play out? You know what I mean? For them, like how do they recognize you and how do they see you?
Oh man, them kids love me. They love me. I've had a couple kids, so you put her name on it. I don't know if she got on here, but Kajian Tate. And I had been trying to get her to just to come over to the foundation. She was like, no, I thought you was still at Western Avenue or somewhere, Boys and Girls Club. And once I got her to convince her to come in, and you know, I would get off of work at the city, man. So I was the van driver. So I would get off work and then I would go pick these kids up from all over Bloomington Normal. And you never know, they never knew what my day was like. You know, some good days, some bad days. And I would get on that van, man. And once I picked up the first couple of kids, man, you know, I'm rejoicing. Kids how your day, Mr. Hursey? I said, my day is wonderful now since you on here. So just even with Casey on, she was like, Mr. Dre, I'm a little upset with you. I'm mad at you. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what I did? She's like, because I wish you would have started the Jule Foundation long time ago. And know, so it's those type of conversations that, you know you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. You know you're being impactful. You doing some things for these youth, and these youth really really just appreciate that. And that's I mean, really, to be honest with you, bro, the Jule Foundation was set up for kids. I mean, if you're doing well in school, you're gonna reap all the benefit.
Yeah,
you really will. But if you're not doing so well, we have tutors. We have loving my staff. Check this out. All my staff has a full-time job. We all know that this is not a job where you're gonna come in and make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
Our reward is just blessing these kids and having an impact on these kids' lives, man. And them kids getting on Zoom calls and blessing our day. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think the kids not only think of me, but think of us as a whole. My wife, Mr. Marlon, Miss Leilani, Miss Courtney, the Leroy. I mean, these kids, I mean, and once you come in and you consistent, man, these kids will love on you, bro, like no other, man. And I think ultimately that's what we do. I am a disciplinary person, but that love overtakes all that. I mean, yeah, man. So we love on you babies, man.
That's what's up. If you haven't already, go ahead and share this live video. Please share. As you can see, put the JuleFoundation.org on there. I encourage you to go check it out. Donate, and share some more, because this brother's doing great things. So quick question. You are now at Eastview Church, right? As far as that's where you run your operation of Jule Foundation, correct?
Well, right now we're at home.
Well, you're at home, right?
But when we run it up and running, yes, we are at Eastview's Bloomington campus.
Okay, Eastview Bloomington campus. But you always weren't there. So what's the beginnings of the locations? Where did you start?
Well, wow, great question. So when I started at Normal West High School. Got to give a shout out to my man B. Caffey, the brother's assistant principal at Normal West Community High School, man. And he used to come over to Western Avenue. He saw what I was doing, man, and he would come over. He's a part of the Alpha Party, and he would come in, and they would go to high school. One of the curriculums would go to high school, go to college, and he would facilitate that. And so once things started to dissolve, and they said Western Avenue wasn't going to be able to sustain, and I was just letting a few guys know that, man, you know what, maybe I need to continue to do this work. And next thing you know, so he just was like, man, I know what you do, bro. I love what you do. If you need some space, I can give you some space at Normal West. So I started at Normal West High School, just utilize. When you walking in this thing and God is, and this is your walk and this is your call, it don't matter where you at. You could be in a room with only can hold 10 people. You outgrow that room, and then you're gonna need some more space. But I was able to utilize the classrooms, the library when need be, man. So we started there. I started at Normal West High School. So again, shout out to B. Caffey for just riding.
Big shout out.
Yeah, riding with me and being behind me, man. So I appreciate that.
Right. So how did you move then from out of Normal West?
So my man, I saw him up here on it earlier, but a good friend of mine, man, more like family, man. So he's my State Farm agent. I gotta give him a shout out, Mike Harris.
All right.
We sat down with a young man by the name of Luke that was attending Eastview, and I had just had a conversation with him like I'm talking with you, showed him some information, told him this is what I was trying to do. But I walked out of there saying, regardless of what happens, I still got work that need to be done. So not even knowing what was going to be of that conversation. I walked out there, I'm in their church. So I walked out, said a little prayer. I said, God, if it's for me, you'll bless us. And if it's not, we keep doing this work. I got to keep moving forward. So next thing you know, they would, well, at that table, he was like, man, we really want to be involved. And if you got a big project that you would like to do, let us know. So I'm talking to the wife, and there was one of the things we wanted to do was take the kids out of Bloomington normal. So, and when I say take them out, we mean flying them, putting up in nice hotels and things of that nature. So we flew 13 kids to Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
For college tour. So these kids got the tour Clark, Atlanta.
All right.
And they loved it. So first of all, out of the 13 kids, 11 of them never been on a plane. So I drove us to Chicago. We went from Chicago, got on out of Chicago here. So if they ain't been on no plane, they never been on no major.
Yeah, man. That's exposure right there. That's exposure.
Bro, we got on that flight, man, and some of them ain't been on it. They asked her to sit by me and all that. I said, you'll be just fine. You'll be just fine. And so we college tours, college fairs, MLK tour, CNN tour.
Wow.
Atlantic Station. So just getting them out of Bloomington, man, and you don't know what that would do for a kid that's really ain't been out of Bloomington normal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that was a blessing. So Eastview played a big part in that. So Eastview did a $1 offering, and maybe a week or two prior to us departing, man, handed me a check for $4,500, and it paid for all the expenses, the flights, the hotel, the food. I mean, we take care of them like that. The only thing we don't take care of is souvenirs. So if you want a souvenir, you have to have a little bit of change yourself and come back with whatever you want to come back with. But as far as food, flight, and all that was taken care of. So kudos to Eastview for the love.
Right. Now, if you're not from here, Eastview, like says, a church, but it's a pretty decent sized church. So when they raise a $1 offering, you not, like you just said, they made $4,500, so you're not going to get $100 out of $1. They have enough to give $1 and they be straight. So shout out to Eastview for sure. So you mentioned, because I understand what it is too, because I was one of those kids who I'm originally from Oakland and who never really left. You know what I'm saying? Who never really left Oakland. So the first time I got a chance to travel or see some or exposed to something, it really changed my mindset. Did you see any of that from the kids that were finally able to leave Bloomington and see Atlanta and get a chance to tour around and see a HBCU?
Oh, absolutely, man. A young man, he might be on here now, Tajon. He was one of my first kids, man, Tajon Tony.
Okay.
Shout out to him, man. So I have several kids that started in the program that always call and check on me, the wife, how the foundation's doing, send me screenshots of his degree from Harlan College, and he got his associate's degree. But yeah, man, these kids and at these college fairs, because he wanted to be a nurse. So we and I wish he was on. He could tell you the story, because I could tell you everything, but there's nothing like you telling you
absolutely
how impactful the foundation was and getting an opportunity for these tours. But it was Prairie View A&M, and that's where my nephew Creighton graduated from, HBCU. Shout out to PV and my son Cameron Gordon. And just to hear their conversations about HBCUs, but it was a representative from Prairie View that had a conversation with him, man, and he was on him, man. He was like, you want to be a nurse? What kind of nurse you want to be? You need to know what you want to be. And he had no clue, because he never did any research, and that stuck with him. To this day, man, that stuck with him. The kids just being able to get out of Bloomington.
That's big.
And see something else. So you go to Atlanta, you get off the plane, you seeing police officers that look like you seeing firefighters that look like you seeing people that work for Delta and all these different airlines that look like you. You going into stores in the mall, people
look like you.
So just letting them know that, there is a place for you if you want to do it. There's, you know what I'm saying? But Bloomington Normal doesn't give them that look that they need to see a lot, man. So, we've been to Atlanta twice. We've been to DC. We took the kids to Washington, DC to the African American and Cultural Museum. We visited your wife's stomping grounds at Howard University, man, and that was dope. That was dope, man.
Don't let Lynette do it, man. She go.
We went
that camera.
As a matter of fact, ask your wife. She know about Ben's. Is it Ben's Chili? Jay Obama put them on the map, but we went to a spot called Ben's next door, right next to this chili place.
Mm-hmm.
It was run and operated by African Americans. Man, the ambiance was dope. I mean, we spent $600-700 on the food with these kids. Right, man. Just eating, man. It was dope, man. And then we went to with the DC Harbor, which off the chain was pretty much like an outdoor deal where these kids we set out big, man. It was a projection screen, probably 200, 300 inches. I mean, it was huge. Kids got to sit out there. We just walked around. There was a there it is.
Look at everybody. Ben's Chili Bowl. Everybody.
Yeah, so just getting an opportunity to do that, man, and being able to walk through that museum, oh, it's unbelievable. So if anybody that's on there hasn't had an opportunity when this COVID stuff, hopefully it'll be gone real soon. If you get an opportunity to visit, man, please do that, man. It was all that and some. So
definitely, and I'm gonna definitely shout you out because last night we were on the call with Black doctors, right? And he had some of the kids on there as well. And I think I've never seen that before. I've never seen the opportunity to actually talk to doctors, given their time, right? Because only time you see a doctor is your checkup if you go, or if you gotta go because something's hurting. But they took out the time to talk about this COVID situation, to talk about the vaccine. And it was amazing to see. I had some questions too, but it was amazing to see. I did.
For somebody that told me they were gonna be on mute.
Right. I said, I'm gonna be on mute most of the time, man. I got the kids. Right. As soon as they popped on, like, man, let me ask me some questions real quick. Right. But it was pretty dope to see the kids just kind of light up and get ready to, ask their questions, and they're jumping in immediately. And I was just like, man, this is crazy. Like, I mean, for you to use your resources again, not to hold it from people, but just to give it freely. You know what I mean? Like, none of those kids had the opportunity to sit down and talk with a doctor like that, man. So, man, shout out to you for sure. All right, it's already been an hour. I already told you. We're approaching the hour. I told you. So hang on. Don't go to sleep. Because number one, we got some free stuff to give away. Again, like I told you guys, M&M creation that made me this cup. So if you have any designer needs, custom design needs for a cup, shirt, or stickers, go ahead and hit them up. But I'm also, while we're talking, if you would like to win a free prize and a gift card, so they have a gift card to their company, go ahead and put hashtag M&M, right? And when you put in that, I'm going to have Mr. Dre right here. He's going to choose the name, right? I'm not choosing nothing because I don't want nobody blaming me for being biased and nothing like that. So he's going to choose the name. And also, in quote, correct me if I'm wrong, Brother Dre, he want to give away something free tonight too. So we want a hashtag. We'll do the hashtag Jule. How you want to do this?
That's fine. Babe, my wife on there, ask her. She let her however they want to do it. But I mean, here's one of the hoodies.
Look at that, 2 M&Ms already.
Black History Month, so I'm 3 hoodies, and on the back it has our mission statement. So it's pretty dope, dry fit. I ain't necessarily saying that's what you're gonna get.
Okay. I'll buy some from you.
But what I will do is, if I don't have your size, we can get you one made. I had my guy Fonzel King. He's dope with it, man. He's real dope with this, man. He does all my apparel, so I got to give a shout out to him for what he does for the foundation as well. But yeah, I can definitely. I go through you, and whoever wins it, we'll figure out the size, and maybe we can have them come up with a color combination that it would just have our diamond on it. Maybe the year we started in the mission statement. Oh, and so on the sides of the hoodies, it says it takes a village, and it says I'm a part of that village. So you can get them, pretty much how you want them. I'm a little different with it. So, I come up with all type of ideas, but it's Black History Month, man, and I'm definitely rocking that in support of us as a people. So
your wife said it's okay to put Jule. So she said Jule is fine. So all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. And y'all, so we have tons of people that said M&M. We have tons of people that said Jule. So, brother,
I don't see him.
You don't see him?
I see one.
All right, there's a lot of people, so I'm putting it up. So you can have your wife. She can scroll through the Facebook comments, right? Because it's a load of people. All right. So while people are still doing that, because I like people just putting their bids. What are you doing now for 2021 for the kids? What's coming up next? Let's end on that good note right there.
So we just finished up. Well, we partnered with Usher.
Usher.
Yeah, Usher Raymond, man. He has a national youth program. We partnered with him. Well, that was pretty dope. I have a personal relationship with his uncle. So actually, he was my high school principal, Bloomington High School. But I've been knowing him forever. Then we did some partner with Steve Harvey and his virtual mentoring program. So I had about 12 young men on a mentor, because it's always wherever you can get some good mentoring, man. You can't hold that to yourself, and what you do, you got to get that out and expose these young men, and give them an experience that they could always remember. So that's one of the things that we're doing. And then I'm partnering. Got a great relationship with the city of Bloomington, city manager Tim Gleason and assistant city manager Billy Tias, man. So we got a pilot program working with our youth for summer jobs, summer opportunities, to keep our kids responsible. Yeah. And so that's one of the things that we're doing. And the sweet thing with that deal is, man, a lot of these kids will be a first-time job, but there's an opportunity there with mentors. So we got mentors in each department. Wherever they fall, may the pieces fall wherever they do. And these kids get mentors attached to them to help walk them through what that job looks like, what that job consists of. And then they get an opportunity maybe every other week to sit at the table with the HR director, assistant manager, and they have a voice. They have a voice to inform them that, hey, if things ain't going right, if things are going okay, if you're having some issues. So I want to give a shout out to my girl, Nikita Richards, as well. I know you had. Yeah, you had her on here, and she's one that's making things happen and getting things done, man. So I can appreciate it. What up, baby, Marty? What's going on?
See,
yeah, man. I hear my people, man, because it truly takes a village, man. And whether you're giving monetary or you just pick up the phone and encouraging me, I truly appreciate that, man. Because sometimes it's just somebody picking up the phone and asking you if you okay.
Yeah.
Then how you doing, bro? I know you out here working. So I got a lot of brothers, man, that do that. A lot of times, man. I got one that I be on top of. My boy, I don't know if he on here. Keith Jackson. He manages with Frito-Lay, man. He donates. So I got to give him a shout out, man. They donate chips, soda, Gatorade, water. So, man, I got a lot of people behind the scenes, Herb, that continues to bless these babies and all that. So yeah, man.
And this is why you're a pillar. See, I knew I wasn't making no mistake because I heard about you when I first moved here. Okay. Dre Hursey, Jule Foundation. That's all you. And then seeing you at every event. And like I said, I never really got a chance to talk to you, but just knowing, and that's what happens when you putting in work. Like your name is already out there, and it's just like an honor to have you. Because again, like I tell all my guests, you could have said no. You could have said, "Nah, I'm good." Or I got other things to do. Or I'm tired. I got you way past your bedtime.
Right. My wife can vouch, and my daughter. I'm normally gone, man.
Yeah.
They be like, I lays it down, bro. I get all my rest.
But I definitely appreciate you for coming on, and I'm sure everybody here definitely appreciates you for sharing. Again, if you have not yet, go ahead and go to thejulefoundation.org. Go ahead and donate. See what he's doing. See what's happening. I mean, he gave you the spiel, but go ahead and look for yourself, and definitely see how you can get involved as well and check it out. But I thank you again for coming on. So I don't know if you can see these comments.
I can't see any of them.
All right. Or who is it? Whoever is, or either Jade or Lynette. All right. Actually, preferably Jade. Can you come down and join him on camera if you can? I don't know if she's busy or not.
No, she likes the limelight. She'll be running
because she has the Facebook open, and I'm pretty sure she can see all the comments. Yeah. You have to do two, because a lot of people put in for Eminem, and a lot of people put in for Jule. So we're gonna do 2. All right, and I got a lot of people here.
The ones that don't get chosen for Jule, you can either send me a message on Facebook or what have you, and if you just want to support and purchase some apparel, that's available too.
Oh, and look, check this out. Somebody said, who's that? Marty said you need to go ahead and post that Cash App for the Jule Foundation so people can give.
Well, and I and my wife do that, but if you want to give, you can go to julefoundation.org, and there's a donate
Yep.
link on there. You can just go on that. You can donate whatever you want to donate.
All right, so I think there you go. All right, so
I got to check a text message. Why she just didn't come down?
Be taking down her braids.
Yeah, she's taking her braids down. She said, "Nah, it's not happening."
She said she sent the text. Okay.
Nah, all right. Did she choose? Right. She chose. Okay.
Who chose?
Oh, okay. I thought she chose. So go on and look in the Facebook. There should be a whole bunch of comments saying Eminem. So you choose that first.
On Facebook?
Yep.
I don't think she texted me with some names.
Oh, well, choose a name then.
Man, so
this is truly random. This is for Eminem. This is random, as you see. So just choose a name, and that's who's going to get something free and a gift card to Eminem Creations.
All right. So I'm going to go with Miss Chantel Sean.
All right. So Miss Chantel Sean, you have won. Let me see. If you're still on here, you have now won Eminem Creation gift card, and I will put you in contact with the founders of that, so you can go ahead and get your customized, whatever that is, and and you can definitely. There she is here. Oh, that's Marty. People coming in with these comments, I can't keep up, but definitely congratulations to that. And now we are selecting a Jule. There you go. So Emily Manley's the CEO of Emily Manley and Christy. I might butcher her name because I'm always butchering people's name. Carly. There you go. I think that's right. They are the founders of Eminem Creation. So go ahead and we're gonna get you that stuff. All right. So what you about to say, Dre?
So for Jule, you sent 3 names, and I don't.
All right. Choose.
So what I'm gonna do is one person will probably get a hoodie, and then the other 2 will get a shirt, t-shirts or something. So everybody.
I told you I butchered the name.
Next for that, everybody. I mean, I don't like to leave nobody out, and it's free marketing for me. So, you know what? I'm a Lynette. Since you called me out there this evening, man, I'm gonna give back and tell your wife I'm gonna get her a hoodie.
Oh, there you go. See, I didn't choose her. If I chose her, they'd be getting her to me.
And then we're gonna get Shaniqua and Kendall get some shirts and t-shirts. So I'll make sure I'll try to bless everybody.
There you go. So you got the names right there. So so Lynette, you got you a hoodie.
Hey, your wife
Kendall,
send us her shirt, her hoodie side.
It's a wait.
Don't be that tell
us. She'll do it. She'll send you. She'll send you.
All right.
And then shout out to Kim Hunt for coming on. Really good lady.
Oh, Lynette gets. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was just.
What?
Yeah.
No, you picked your pick.
I was just reading the. Oh, tell her she welcome. She welcome.
There you go. There you go, Kendall.
Tell her we got baby hoodies too, so y'all can purchase a couple baby hoodies.
Yeah, we gonna rock the Jule Foundation for sure, man. We definitely want to be a part in any way, shape, or form. So if any way we can help, we gave earlier, and if any way we can help, if any way we can help again, man, just definitely let us know.
Appreciate it.
But it's been a blessing, y'all. If y'all have not been on for the Pillars of Bloomington, I would encourage you. This will be on podcast, but go back and listen to the podcast. All right, we got Pastor William Bennett, amazing story. We have Nikita Richards, man, kicking indoors, trailblazing, getting things done. And then we have none other than Dre Hursey, man, changing lives, changing families' lives, and thank all of you for coming on again. I think I told you this last night, but this is definitely not about me. This is about you guys, right? Because you guys do so much for the community. You do so much for people, and I think that needs to be highlighted. I don't have much of a platform, but what I can do, I definitely will. I definitely will. So thank you guys again. I'm deeply, deeply grateful. And shout out to the team, Team Tell It, to Kevin Russell, Kevin J, to Alicia. She's on right now. All right. And do you have clothing on your site to purchase? She want to buy something right now.
Tell her no, we don't have anything on the site. Tell her, but this is the Black History hoodie, and I kind of did what I needed to do, and I'm gonna turn around the back. Can you see the mission statement?
Yep, I see the statement. I can't really read it all the way, but I see you got a statement back there.
Yeah, so just tell her just to connect with us. Tell her to connect with me, and what I'll do, man, is show her different hoodies, shirts, and apparel. And again, she can come up with her own color combination.
Okay.
And do it how she want to do it, but I'll get an idea of what it looks like and things of that nature, and we go from there. But give me another quick shout out to Pastor Bennett and Nikita.
Definitely.
If y'all need me, man, you know it takes a village. You know how to get at me, and vice versa. So appreciate what both of you are doing in this community, man, and God continue to bless you both.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Y'all stick around again, because next series we're going to talk about women in business. These are women that are entrepreneurs, have their own stuff. So you might want to join on that too, Dre. Just check it out, man.
Long as it ain't at 8:30.
I have a podcast you can check out as you're driving, man. So this will definitely be on podcast again, as you can see the Tell It podcast. I'll put it out there. Y'all go ahead and like the podcast, and you can hear all of this stuff. But definitely the Pillars of Bloomington series, it'll definitely bless y'all for sure. Shout out to all the businesses that were on that gave away free stuff. Miss Kim Confections, thank you so much for giving away those chocolate dipped Oreos. That was beautiful. She does great stuff, so go ahead and hit her up. There's so many people to shout out, but thank everybody who made Tell It what it is. Man, it's just been a blessing for sure. So y'all stay on. I'm gonna let brother I'm gonna let him go to bed. I'm a night owl, but tonight I might just turn it in because
Let me ask you a quick question. So do you ever let your audience ask your people on questions, or you just do all the questions?
I could definitely have. Usually I just do all the questions, but I mean, let's do that. Do you want them to ask you some questions right now? I thought you wanted to go to bed.
No, I mean, if they want, I'm here. So if they got, I'm only gonna take a couple, but I'm about to go to bed. But if someone has a couple questions, I'll definitely answer.
All right, let's do it then, y'all. He said, hey, he wants some questions to be asked. So if you have any questions,
send them to you. You can ask me because
go ahead. I mean, so now, all right. So send in the question. Go ahead and post if you have any questions right now.
If you don't, good night.
If you don't, good night. But if you do, if it's something really pressing on your heart, go ahead and send that question in right now. And obviously, Marty jumps in. You sleepy, bro? Yeah, he's sleepy. He was sleepy at 8:30. When it started, he was already like, man, I gotta go to bed. But it seemed like none. So
cool.
Go ahead and add him on Facebook. All right. His name is Dre Hursey on Facebook. Go ahead and add him. Again, go ahead and hit up the JuleFoundation.org. Go ahead and do that. Make sure you donate. Make sure you do your part. Do what you can, because he's doing amazing things. Got kids in college right now doing great things. And as he spoke about Kajian Cash, she's right now doing great. So definitely there's fruit from this. Oh, look at Kim said, how can we be praying for you, for your foundation? So how can they pray for your foundation?
That's a good question. However God leads you to pray for us. You can pray that we continue to do what we've been doing. I think that's the major thing, that as long as we continue to do and pray for us that it never becomes about us. So myself, my wife, and pray that it is always about blessing these babies, man, and loving on these kids, and just being inspiration in their lives, and continue to bless them with exposure and give them some opportunities that they wouldn't necessarily get right there. So just continue to pray for that. And you can pray for us, so continue to keep us healthy. And continue to work of God, because I mean, this is truly I give all credit to God for what He's doing, not only in my life, being the visionary, but the folks that He bring around you to assist and help with your vision, man. Because none of this would be possible. And again, when folks say it takes a village, man, it truly does. Because this wouldn't be what it is today if it was just me trying to do it. Because it's a lot of work, bro. And I got a great team, man. So again, man, shout out to my team, my wife. She does a phenomenal job behind the scenes. Although we get at each other a lot.
That's how it happens. That's how it works.
I gave her the CEO, the title. She can have that. It's just a title. But my staff, man, Marlon Webb, Courtney, Leilani, my nephew Creighton, Leroy, man, I got a great team, man, and I truly feel like they're in the right place, and they're making some noise with these kids, man. So I thank them first and foremost for doing what they're doing with these youth that we're serving, man. So
that's what's up.
Thank you for that prayer.
And she will pray for you. All right, we have 2 more questions. We're gonna let you go. All right, so Chantel just want to know, what ages do you service?
Ages. So we started 6th grade. So I'm a little old, so I don't know what age that is. What grade? 11, 12, maybe. 6th grade.
About like 11, 12.
Yeah, 6th grade through seniors in high school.
Okay.
That was a good question.
All right, and then Kim asks again, are there any volunteer opportunities?
Absolutely. So what you probably need to do is either contact us via email, the Jule Foundation at Gmail, or you can go to julefoundation.org, and there should be a link in there for volunteers. Just fill out some information, and you would have to do a background check, that goes through Eastview. If your background information comes back clear, then that would allow them to volunteer their services. So we run a background check with everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And then your Cash App is up there. Marty put that up there. Jule Foundation.
That is not Jule Foundation.
That's right. Jule Foundation, not Jule Foundation. But go ahead and hit that Cash App. Again, thank you guys so much. And I definitely will throw in some opportunities for people to ask questions. But man, listen, this has been a blessing, and I couldn't ask for more. And so, I mean, man, I think a lot of people enjoyed you. A lot of people were blessed, and I think you may have some volunteers coming up.
My man, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a blessed evening, man.
All right, you too. Good night, man.
Sweet, brother.